US is back to square one on Venezuela. An unambiguous confession by Vice President Pence.
How much longer? Do you have a timeline?
But there's no timeline.
Now, rewind just a little over a month ago, and here's Mike Pence, the same Mike Pence, announcing Venezuela was on Washington's laundry list in Spanish.
Hola, I'm Mike Pence, the Vice President of the United States. The United States supports the courageous decision by Juan Guaido, the President of your National Assembly, to assert that body's constitutional powers, declare Maduro a usurper, and call for the establishment of a transitional government.
That was the moment Washington put itself into regime change gear. Since then, the US heavily invested itself in the crisis. So how did it come to this? A thinly veiled admission of failure. After all, it looked so bright at the start. In mere weeks, Washington projected a no-name mob cheerleader into the international frame. Juan Guaido became the poster boy of the social upheaval as his presidential ambition was quickly backed by America's allies.
Brazil has just issued a note recognizing Juan Guaido as Venezuela's president.
Juan Guaido.
Juan Guaido.
Juan Guaido.
Juan Guaido.
Juan Guaido.
Señor Guaido.
Señor Juan Guaido.
Since then, though, America's plans started to go into a frantic nosedive. Maduro wasn't going anywhere, had and still has the army on his side, and his supporters showed the opposition didn't own the streets of Caracas. Then, a big ruckus with aid. The US tried getting into Venezuela, and which Maduro didn't allow. Concerned Washington was using its old trick to smuggle guns to arm the mob, which clearly showed just who's still boss in Venezuela. The scandal and the brawling on the border eventually did absolutely nothing to move America's regime change train forward. Everything the US brings to the border piles up there. Guaido is a poster president with no real power in the country. He himself is shuttling to and from Venezuela with little effect. Washington seems to have resisted the temptation to go for the ever-favorite tactic of sending a few thousand soldiers to escort the undesirable leader out of office, well, at least for now. And when confronted with a "what's next?" question, resorts to the same boilerplate platitude over and over again.
All options are on the table.
All options are on the table.
All options are on the table.
All right, Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone that rule impeccably well. And Shalom to the Arkham that's pushing this truth and sincerity across the four winds. All right, I just want to get into a quick video. As you can see from the video I played from the RT YouTube channel, you know, you had them breaking down, you know, what America is trying to do regarding, you know, Venezuela, man, right? Because this ain't nothing new, and this is proof that America, you know, Babylon, is losing its power on the world, man. Because even though, you know, you have those smaller nations that you saw there in the video, you know, still, you know, basically following, you know, Babylon's orders in, you know, endorsing, you know, the puppet leader of Venezuela, you can just show that, you know, America's power is dwindling, man. You know, you have Russia, RT, you know, exposing them, you know, breaking down what they're trying to do, why they're trying to go into the country, why they're trying to send aid there. You know, all of these things are getting exposed, you know, regarding America, man. Right? And that's what the scripture says, that, you know, I'm going to make you bear. Well, let me get there. You know, before we get into Habakkuk 2, because America is being exposed on a mass scale, but really, you know, they're being exposed, you know, via the prophets of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. First and foremost, you know, they're being exposed by the prophets of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai on the highways and the byways, man. All right, because we're exposing who Esau Edom really is and what his latter end is going to be according to the Holy Scriptures. Now, this is Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not, man. Right? So, you know, Esau's been, you know, laid bare right now. All these tactics, you know, that he uses to try and dominate, you know, the world and dominate other countries is being exposed to the point now they're just doing it and, you know, running with it. And, you know, they don't really care now, man, because their tongue, as the scriptures say, their tongue shall fall upon themselves, because we've also got to understand that Russia is also an Edomite nation. So if Satan be cast against Satan, how should their kingdom stand? That's all the, you know, the Lord is basically doing is, you know, setting Satan against Satan, setting the Egyptian against the Egyptian, man, right, as it tells us in the scriptures. All right, but let's go into Habakkuk chapter 2, all right, because, you know, this is nothing new that America is doing. America has been doing this for the longest time. They've done it with Libya. You know, Libya right now is through, right? Libya is through right now, man. Right? And y'all see how they, you know, they took out Gaddafi, you know, murdered him on the street, you know. Hey, man, but that's the same thing they're trying to do all over again with these other smaller nations, because America is the bully of the earth, man. But you know what? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to come back and set the record straight, man, and put one that is profitable, you know, in power, which is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, his only begotten son, Yahushua. All right. I'll start from the top. Now, this is Habakkuk 2, and I'll start from verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet set for an appointed time, by the end it shall speak and not lie. For though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. Now that's talking about the end of these days, man. Right? The coming of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, the end of the world, so to speak, man. Because sometimes it might seem like it's tarrying, but it really isn't tarrying. Things are actually, you know, moving pretty fast concerning prophecy and concerning, you know, the way Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is lining up, you know, current world events. Now it says here, verse 4, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Now let's talk about the so-called white man. His soul, which is lifted up, is not right, man. He's proud because his soul is lifted up, but his soul is not right. He's got a crooked, evil, demonic spirit. All right. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, never keeps at home, man. Right? He's always meddling in other nations' affairs. Right? The so-called white man is always meddling, right, in other countries' affairs, man. Trying to tell them what to do, trying to tell them what leaders they need to set up, right, according to what they want. That is not how any nation is supposed to be run, man. All right? Now in the kingdom, we're going to have a righteous kingdom, right? And we're going to set up leaders, right, righteously, in righteousness, right? And, you know, them leaders are going to rule the world, you know, their nations, their land, you know, according to, you know, the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know, that's how it's going to be in the kingdom. It's going to be in righteousness. It's not going to be in wickedness. All right? Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. How many military bases, right, does America have all over the world in other nations, in other nations, man? Right? That doesn't even make any sense. Right? It's basically world domination. Esau wants a part of everything. He wants to know what you're doing. He wants to have a base in everyone's land, right? So he can, you know, strategize, you know, in times of war and, you know, be the more dominant force. You know, other nations can't do that. You can't just have, you know, you ain't gonna have Pakistan, you know, having, you know, military base in the UK or in the US, and they're gonna put one over here and over there. That can't happen, man. That just wouldn't. They'll get taken out before they could execute that plan. But, you know, the so-called white man, he can do that, man, because the power has been given unto him through Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to do that. As it says in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. That's why Esau Edom is able to do these things. All right? Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is as death and cannot be satisfied. The so-called white man can never be satisfied, man. Right? He can just never be satisfied. He's always got to be wreaking havoc. He's always got to be taking, you know, what doesn't belong to him, you know. Garneth unto him all nation, and heapeth unto him all people, man. That's exactly what the so-called white man has done. All right? Shall not these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. That's talking about that thick debt, man. Right? Because America is a gigantic bubble of, you know, gross debt, man, and death. All right? They're currently in debt around, what, over 20 trillion right now, man, which is unheard of. All right, it's just that great city that the scriptures speak about, man. It's the largest consumer in the world, man. All right, America is like a gigantic bubble that has to burst, man. It's inevitable that America and the way they function, the way they run, you know, it has to go down, man. That bubble has to burst. All right, it's just inevitable, man. When you have a nation, you know, that is that wicked, right, and transgression on the level that America is transgression, the scriptures say that, you know, their sins, you know, mount up to the heavens, man. Sooner or later, that's all gonna fall down and turn against them. All right, and it's not because of you know karma. It's because of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, it's because of prophecy. Right, America is fulfilling prophecy, man, by doing the things that they're doing. You know, by ruling the way that they're ruling. You know, and putting hell on the other nations, man. It's all prophecy. It was all written aforetime in the holy scriptures, man. All right, shall they not rise up suddenly, and that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them. Right, so that's exactly the time period that we're coming into right now, man. Everything is gonna fall down on, you know, mystery Babylon, that is America, man. You know, and the tables are gonna turn, and they're gonna be in the lower state, and the Lord is gonna rise up, you know, the elect of His people, you know, and when Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, the only begotten Son, you know, returns, everything is going to be put in order, man. Right? And with that, I'll say Shalom.